Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more Dota 2 here at the TI10 group stages. I'm Pixel here with Fogged, and we're ready for our third series of the day here on this channel. And it is Quincy Crew up against Vici Gaming.
It is.
Fogged, what are we expecting from this, and what have we seen so far from these two teams here in the groups?
Well, I think Quincy has finally shown themselves a little bit. You know, they finally pulled themselves a win versus a team that has been looking pretty good, Beast Coast. Beast Coast looked a bit weak in that game, to say the least, but I think Quincy maybe just pulled them out of their element, and you are owned. You are and Quinn both had a very good game, both on the Invoker as well as that Medusa.
That's true. So, more Invoker, more Medusa?
Let's go.
Well, let's start off in a similar fashion here. The ET.
Fine with them having, I think ET also, like, I'm pretty sure teams are going to start, I mean, even if they're not winning that much or something like that, you just look at this team and you're like, this guy has played ET for years. Like, they always tend to have a better win rate when they do play it too, so.
5 seconds remaining.
Let's see.
Let's see what we got.
See what Vici want to open with. How's Vici been doing?
Not bad. Standard Vici, you know, kind of just chilling. When they traded in the beginning, they played a little bit weaker of SG, but then versus Elephant, they looked really good. Vici tends to look very good in their region. That's what I've always seemed to notice. Whenever they're playing versus any other Chinese teams, they look super good. Like, they just somehow understand, and teams just don't read them nearly as well. But versus the Western teams, we saw at Anime here, they really struggled. So, nice little shaker to start it off. Do they want a Weaver?
No, Weaver's gone.
Because that's like Poyoyo's jam.
Tiny's still in.
One. Okay.
10 seconds
remaining. Do you want to go the good old Tiny route?
Let's see, I don't see why not, honestly. But they don't like it. They actually really don't like it. Now that I'm looking at all their...
They're not Tiny.
They picked it one game and they lost, and then they never picked it again.
Oh, that was it. That was that. No more Tiny.
And it seems like this is more of their comfort that even they were doing for a good time dating back also. And this is, I guess, still a little bit flexible because the Earthshaker can be a 4. He can be a 3. I think we've mostly been seeing it as that 4, but it was mostly being played in pubs as that 3. And it's an Old 11 special. Old 11 was actually the player, I believe, who was playing the most 3-Shaker now that I think about it. When I went through the Pro Tracker and everything when I was doing my research for the event, I think he had like quadruple or 5 times the amount of Earthshaker offlane games. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a 3-Shaker.
Quincy Crew's turn to ban.
And yep, there we go.
I mean, he had a great game.
Worked last time. Bring it back. It's good versus Shaker too. Frustrating to play versus Cold Snap. Same thing for Snapfire. Just animations. Heroes with these slower animations do get frustrated by it quite a lot.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, who do they want to ban out when they play like this? I mean, now that you sort of had the Shaker Snapfire opening, you picked the Invoker. I guess you're not concerned about Nyx at all, right? That wouldn't really fit in with what Vici has already. Because obviously a hero
more than likely not.
Good against ET and the Invoker, but
Vici
probably not going to be fitting in.
No, more than likely we can't
stick with
fit
the Lycan bat.
Always safe.
Quincy Crew's turn to
Lifestealer still looks good for Vici. I think Lifestealer always looks pretty decent versus Invoker and ET for me. I didn't think they lose. I didn't that game lose the last one though. Was that even the one that? Was that even the Quincy game? No, right. I'm mixing games. I think. Can't remember. No, it wasn't. It was the Lifestealer versus the Invoker and the ET.
Yeah, that was the one.
That was this one, but there was the Medusa and the Tidehunter.
Vici Gaming's turn to ban.
And I wouldn't actually blame the Lifestealer as much. There's some weird stuff going on in that game.
Yeah, they had the sort of the support duo that didn't really get too much done right.
Yeah.
Nasty and
took some weird fights. Chris Luck also just kept letting himself get EMP'd as the Puck, so Puck could be a big one. That's the one I don't know. I'd be surprised
Puck for Vici.
And that's an Ori. That's like an Ori staple. But also the other one is Kunkka. I think Quincy got to watch out for the Kunkka pick that comes out also, because that is a counter to the Invoker in the mid lane that we've seen time and time again.
I think I think Puck definitely got to be the higher priority of the 2-shot for Ori. Yep. Especially when you got the follow up at Snap and Shaker. Dreamcore is going to be such a great ability this game.
It's always with the Snap. It's amazing. Yeah. We've just been seeing so many teams doing it now, and you already have ET, so it's like limited catch for the Puck.
Nah, they'll ban it, surely.
I think they will this time. It's versus Ori. Like Ori is like that is like Kunkka and Puck are his. I think his 2 most played. I want to say. It used to be like his Shadow Fiend.
Was a Storm
back in the day? Yeah. He still has a Storm up there. That's another one that could likely get picked.
Yeah, Storm would also be good.
Yep.
Against the CT Invoker.
Good reach.
But yeah, Puck.
I think Puck, Storm, Kunkka. I think I like the Kunkka maybe even the most. Puck and Kunkka are probably equal.
Vici Gaming's turn to
Venaban.
ban.
Okay.
Not going with either of the two here.
Popular Vici hero. I'm playing it a lot.
So, yeah, Ori's going to have quite a few options.
And what does that tell me, though? That they're... Are they looking to get a Tiny now for Quincy?
Yeah,
Because it's left in the pool. They banned the Tiny.
10
sorry, they banned the
seconds
Veno.
remaining.
I mean, I
doesn't look
think
bad.
the Veno does, the
5
Venoban does sort of say
seconds
that, as much as you say, Vici, sure they play it, but yeah, if you're that concerned about it, you probably are going to have some kiteable melee core
That's what I would
that
think.
you are going to be playing. And Vici already taken away some of your Wild's heroes. Probably see if they want to take out another hit. I mean, anything that
Vici
sort of could
Gaming.
set up a
Yeah, they
setup.
saw it. They
Turn to
knew.
pick.
I mean, it's,
When they see the Veno, it's a tell.
yeah, it's unlikely that Vici's going to let it through this later on in the draft.
Yeah.
It would have been quite sneaky if Quincy Crew were able to get a second round of a tiny pick.
So let's see. Do they still hide it? Do they still hide what mid it's going to
Quincy
be?
Crew's turn to pick.
They do.
Disruptor.
So they picked that secondary support. Earthshaker's going to be a 3, and now they're going to get to a little bit more information to see which mid is better. Is it going to be a better Puck game, or is it going to be, at least from what I assume, Puck or Kunkka?
10
question is,
seconds remaining.
What kind of brawls this game on? I'm already seeing 5 teamfight heroes.
5
5
seconds
picks in.
remaining.
So if you're Quincy Crew, do you want to continue down that line? Like, you want more to throw into this, or do you want to? Are you going to try and run some lineup where you have your wire on this hero that's kind of AFK farming?
Could be the case. I honestly thought that we'd be seeing more Nature's Prophet. We were seeing the bans a lot
Yeah,
yesterday,
right.
and I look at these two supports, and I'm like, NP looks like that's like a do-do-do-do-do. Like, pick that Nature's Prophet. Looks great.
I don't know if do you want to play Prophet against Shaker and Disruptor though? For like,
It's not so bad.
It's
Because in
not
the
too
lane,
bad.
you
You're not getting
bully.
hunted.
If you're gonna get hunted, sure, but you can play the split push game, and then that's where you thrive when you're playing into these three longer cooldown kind of abilities. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know if that many people are actually playing it that much now. And Tide Under just seems to be like the most iconic one, but that's why I think Vici picked Disruptor. They're kind of like pushing Quincy away from wanting to go for something like a Tide.
the stage is still set for a return of a similarity of that last draft that they did win with Quincy Crew and the Medusa still at
Medusa?
this stage. Like,
Yep.
do these three heroes really put you off from playing
Quincy
Medusa?
Nope.
Crew's turn to pick.
Oh, Magnus. All right. Well, we'll probably see something over. And
Whoa!
hoodwink.
What the? They lost. Go Vici.
I was gonna say, I was like, right, ET and
I'm
Voca, this is
joking.
nice. This is what they won with, and then Magnus hoodwink. What?
No, I'm joking. I don't know. Have we gotten a hoodwink? I think we got one and it lost. Yeah, we got one
yeah,
yesterday and
okay.
it lost. But
Magnus
that hero
and
got.
10
nerfed.
seconds.
This was
remaining.
unexpected, I will say, here
I
from
did not-
Quincy Crew.
Did not see that one coming.
All right,
5
and
seconds
well, we'll
remaining.
definitely be seeing a melee hero for
It's-
Yawar.
Yeah, that's an MSS staple though, right? That is one of his favorite heroes to play, the hoodwink. Okay.
Oh, I think, yeah, I think it's gonna be tough.
Quincy Crew's turn to ban.
Okay. Heroes that get directly onto the back line, right? Right on top of Invoker and ET and Hoodwink. These heroes don't like to play versus Spectre.
What are you gonna go if you're Yawar? I mean, maybe
10 seconds remaining.
I wouldn't mind the Sven here. You know, you've got good setup.
5
You,
seconds
I
remaining.
feel like you probably want to have someone that's gonna be building a Silver Edge.
I'm cool, Sven. Sven looks good. BKB core.
Sven's super solid, I think.
Yep.
Yawar here.
Vici Gaming's turn to ban.
They banned Lena. I'm still seeing. I'm serious. I'm still really looking at
I mean, the Puck.
Kunk and Puck. Yep.
Puck is
Puck
just-
even.
Puck's-
Puck 100%.
I mean, if they don't ban Puck and Puck gets through, I think Quincy Crew would be kind of kicking themselves a bit
I would
for
be.
letting that in.
Quincy Crew's turn
ban
to
the
ban.
Medusa.
We've got to see one of those catches being banned here.
Those are the two biggest ones, at least I think I say.
Don't leave the Puck in.
What else could it be, actually? Vici did play a Shadow Fiend game, too. That's what I was saying. That's why
10
Ori, he did
seconds
bring back the
remaining.
SF, and SF is a counter to Invoker in laning phase. So that maybe if they want to
5
dual carry.
seconds
So I'm
remaining.
gonna throw that one in too. You know what? I'm actually okay with an SF. I think this game too, because it's a BKB core. So I'm gonna say Puck, Kunker, SF for Ori, and they all fit. They all fit what I would like him to have, which is good hero in lane versus the Invoker, and good ways to just like catch toward those backlines, or a scaling hero, which is what the Shadow Fiend would be.
Vici Gaming's turn
Quap,
to ban.
so not looking
Yeah,
in any of the
not looking at-
directions that we are.
Quap could have been another. Actually, Quap could have been really threatening too. That might have been another really good one. So I'm fine with that because that's a fast-paced hero.
10 seconds remaining.
Vici, what core do they not?
Quincy
want
Crew's
to play
turn to
against?
pick.
Oh, I like that. Those are two of the better late-game cores versus a Spectre. I think people
I
really,
go for her.
a lot of people really think Jug is a really bad hero in lane, but Jug is really good versus Spectre in multiple different ways because of you spin and you ult him and you don't take dispersion. So,
I mean, with the way they're going, they could be going for some crazy stuff here, Quincy. I mean,
10
what about the
seconds
PA?
remaining.
Is there still temptation for that? They've just banned two very, hard-hitting
5
BKB piercing
seconds remaining.
potential bursts. Could something squishy like a PA work, or is that? PA Magnus and Invoker, Alacrity and Empower. You could go ham. You've got the armor reduction from the ET. You
BKB
burst
core,
heroes.
you have the shard as well that works good
Yeah,
versus
but it's
Spectre.
got the break.
You got the
I don't know,
break
I
that
think
comes
they-
in.
they
You could
could-
be onto something. Lane could be a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, the hero's just not great.
Vici
but-
Gaming's turn to pick.
They'll go for the gyro. A little bit safer. The Magnus is just a Magnus on an island.
Okay. And they've certainly got the team fight.
It is a BKB core versus all these spells. And yeah, more team fight, more damage. And is Vici going to get the Kunkka? It had to be one of those. And now it's with the gyro pick, the Kunkka immediately goes up in favor. Because like forever, Kunkka's been an excellent hero versus gyro because Rum versus Flak and etc.
Yeah, Rum's going to put
fantastic.
a big stop to a lot of the combo that Quincy Crew's going to look to drop.
More catch too. And the lane, as I said, that's been an always one that people play versus Invoker. It's the Kunkka.
And with Haunt, Glimpse, X-Mark, good luck running away from this team.
Lot of
Vici
catch.
Gaming is going to be able to run you down one by one if the team fight starts to go south.
I don't think either team is unhappy with what they got, though. I wouldn't say
Okay.
that Quincy would look back and be like, "No, we hated this." I think that they're quite satisfied because also now they have Hoodwink versus a Spectre, so they have a built-in break.
Yeah, we'll see.
So there's a couple cool things that they do definitely have.
I just, Magnus and Hoodwink, these are not heroes that I feel particularly stand out at the moment in the patch, so we'll see what Quincy Crew can do with them.
I like Magnus, personally. I think Magnus is a pretty okay, or even on an island.
Even if you
I
don't
think
have
he's
anyone
okay.
to buff up.
Yeah, I mean,
Nobody to buff.
it's BKB piercing disable strong and lane is still pretty decent, but yeah, Hoodwink is a big question mark for me.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, MSS, when Hoodwink was in sort of a better place,
was
right?
on it.
MSS was playing a lot of
He
Hoodwink.
sure was.
And he was crushing with it. We'll see what he can do now. Well, we're going to have some tanky heroes, Poyo and Ori there. They're going to have a lot of beef built up quite early. And as the lane goes, as you say, well, Quinn did have a very good game last game. We saw him on the Invoker, but this is a matchup where he's not going to have an easy time getting CS right.
No way.
Can get a lot of denies and hits in against that Invoker in the matchup.
Obviously not as bad as it once was, but still very difficult. Used to be impossible to win. Yeah, looking quickly at some of these like pub things, because I know I was watching so much 11 in the pubs, just how much Earthshaker he was playing, and yeah, average blink timing on him in pubs was about 11 minutes. And he won a lot of his games as a Shaker. He won like 90% of them. So let's see if they're able to hold it versus this old 11 Earthshakers. He's been so comfortable.
Well, let's see. Let's
smoke.
see indeed. Here we go.
Let's go. Let's get it away.
Prepare
I guess
for
they
battle.
will have the break at least from MSS.
That's the one thing that we mentioned from before.
你这么菜，你的队友不会生气吧，哥哥？
Between these two, huh? The offlaners dipping each other, huh?
You talking
Pretty
to me?
cool.
We'll see who has the better game.
Yep. That's loud. Walking up. Whoa, I just looked at 11's starting items. Cool.
What's he opted
He's
for?
got a Bassi. What the?
All right, wants to throw out those
Interesting.
fishes.
I mean, I literally was just looking at his recent game. He did the same thing in his pubs too, so. Cool, must be something that he thought up of. And he's trying it in official games too, because yeah, literally in his pub games, he went Bassi first item straight into boots, into the blink dagger. Oh, that's gonna be neat. And let's see if he did that the other day, earlier today, or yesterday, I believe it was that he played it. He did not do that the other day.
The D-Ward here to start things off.
Yep. Seeing this ward more often now, just placing your own defensive ops so you can scout to see if they do block your small camp. So small camp available for Ori. Should be a pretty nice lane for him versus that Invoker. And let's get things underway. Thank you, crowd.
Thank you.
Deafening me.
Clap, 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 clap.
Yep. Bit of harass here. A lot of harass here. But he will be able to walk away. And 11, as we see, first fissure's down. Maybe even throws a secondary one. Let's see. But he's got the lane in a nice spot.
Oh,
Oop.
pause.
FPS.
FPS. Which I believe you'll find that this is a MOBA.
That's what he's talking about.
There we go.
And Quinn, again, one of the only Invokers that I've seen at this tournament so far. Obviously, I haven't seen every single game of the Invokers, but Cold Snap again, Koss. We had 3 games, I believe, yesterday where they went Wex into EMP right away to secure range creep. And yeah, Quinn actually gets his range creep denied, so there you go. That's why they're doing it.
Let's see how rough this does get for Quinn. You would expect Ori to take over this lane pretty early. It's going to be interesting to see how Quinn catches up if it is that rough.
Agreed. Ori is like a super specialist of these when he's able to bully the opposing mid.
Side lanes. Build for Poyo. I mean, we saw obviously the Falcon blade into the Ags. Is that sort of the favourable one, or is the Echo into the Ags more standard nowadays?
I think I'm liking the Falcon blade.
Just so you can get that Ags as soon as possible.
Exactly. You're so fast paced. You're everywhere. Supports can't play because you're getting double daggered. It's real frustrating. This Quinn does get hit by a torrent. We'll be fine.
Bit of a range creep deny here.
I think that's 3. At least 3 range creep denies now for Ori.
It's not going to get any easier.
He's got decent level advantage, just getting the cleave off the range creep 2 onto him. Very nice. As we said, specialist.
One lane. He's got the spirit in.
The Shredder though. See you later, missile. Free money.
That's true, yeah. They're not really going to be able to make that play at all.
I don't think he should have skilled it in this lane. That's literal free money for the Snapfire every single time.
He can't use it, you what?
Nope, it's 50 gold. Unless you see him Shredder initially, then you can go for it. But yeah, it's expensive too. Like that missile's 120.
I mean, you're right. PYW is just going to hold that skill every time until the missile comes, unless they feel for definite they're going to get a kill out of it onto Elevate.
Playing Quinn. Holding his own, getting some denies as well. 9-7 to 10-5.
Definitely go, but they're going a whole lot worse. Not bad whatsoever.
Almost got that range denied too before the torrent damage went in.
It's not an easy lane, but Quinn, solid stuff. Poyo on the top lane, not feeling too much heat from these two.
Nope.
Narcissus and Lesnar not quite able to slow down the Spectre's farm early.
Should have his Falcon Blade finished pretty soon. But then he's going to bring a Raindrop, and then once he has Raindrop, the spam and everything, it won't be able to push him away. So Spectre should be able to get a pretty decent free farm. Not the same as a Gyro, but still good. The crowd, they're enjoying that torrent. The EMP as well.
There's quite a bit of brawling going on mid hit. Torrents and EMPs being thrown out left, right, and centre.
Alright, now we have much stronger potential down bottom. In the first 2 levels, quite weak on the side of Vici. Once you get 3 on Earthshaker, that's when kill potential starts to come into play. No levels of Cookie just yet, as we've seen PYW go for the Scatter Blast to secure range. But could see them start to get a little more aggressive. Quinn is actually pulling ahead now. However, though, DY comes into mid.
Got the field down, and will kick in time just to catch him. Some time with the tornado though, and it'll be enough. Quinn.
Or he can't line up the cleave either.
Oh,
now it hits, but he's tanky enough now.
Oh, nice cold snap
tower.
as well. Yeah, nice moves from Quinn here, playing on the edge.
Playing under tower is always very important too when you're playing versus Kunkka like this, because obviously +3 armor is going to help a lot versus that cleave.
Poyo's starting to suffer now on his own.
Ooh,
He's
it
out of
bottom.
regen.
Oh, level 3 on LOA, so he's got that massive amount of damage every time he does connect with the Spirit. Up to 2 heroes. Quincy Crew coming out a little bit ahead in all 3 lanes, it's looking like. Even the Spectre got pressured quite heavily out. Had to bring some extra regen when DY left the lane.
It really is. Away, trading nicely. Yawar getting free farm because of it. 25 and 12. Perfect CS here for him.
And he's got a Falcon Blade himself this time. Didn't opt for it, I don't believe, the last time I saw him play the Gyro, but now it's getting more popular. So he has, much better timing than that of Poyoyo. Now he's got a nice little mini stack too. He's going to be able to work on. Black hits as well.
And Quinn, this is
Still great.
very good stuff from him. Ori not quite out farming him to the point that you usually expect in this matchup.
Levels are there though. You see that Ori's 6.5 and Quinn has not quite hit 6. So he did push him off of the lane a little bit there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, Quinn held his own though.
Over the other way. He's going to leave the bottom lane. TP's over towards the mid.
Did he see them place this ward? I believe he did. It's going to be an instant D ward. That's one of the harder ones to get rid of too. So now they should have awareness. Vici should know that there's a bottom wards somewhere in this area that watched him ward it. Top lane, Poyoyo.
The skewer back. Pretty tanky. I mean, MSS still has the potential to chase it. And we'll try and run him down through the trees. Do I do anything to keep him back? Poyoyo's got the one charges. Still has a fairy fire.
He's got him.
He's not going to be able to get it off. Indeed, MSS takes him down. First blood for the Hopeling. Same time down bottom. What?
He connects.
He's going to get one. He might be able to get both of them in. He's got the level
ult?
6.
Yep.
Ult's coming out.
Has
It's going to be
banana.
coming in hard, slowing down old Levin. So try and hide the trees. He's going to go for the TP out. If they got the damage,
He's
they
dead.
do.
Oh.
Big kills for Quincy Crew.
Huge in the bottom lane. Level 5 on the ET, level 6 on the Gyro. Hauser Shaker level 5. Snapfire about to hit level 4. Smashing the lanes. Now all 3. Well, okay, we'll give them 2 of the lanes. They have crushed pretty handedly. Mid lane, Ori did an excellent job. Yeah.
He's getting the free farm as expected. At top lane, Leslau, RP dropped down. He'll be able to drag over DY. MSS will get glimpsed away.
But he got the bushwhack off. Oh, the kinetic. Quin's here.
Oh, he is indeed. Tornado comes in, no chance for a denied to Roche.
Earn charge secured.
Very, very nice practice moves for Quincy Crew already.
And now there's a Vanguard on Leslau too, so he's just going to be able to sit in the face of the Spectre up top.
Yes, Vanguard Soul Ring build feeling pretty nice. It means you don't have to get these arcanes or the bottle. It's full tanky and always with the ability to play aggressive with your spells.
Yeah, I think everybody's just, there's a Soul Rings on everyone, even on Intiros, as we're seeing on the Storm Spirits and stuff now.
Poyo's got to be careful.
Sure does.
It's now looking to go.
It's so often that they can do it too. It's like every 15 seconds they can go for some type of play where they bushwhack him, shockwave him, skewer him. Skewer a little bit longer of a cooldown, 22, but yeah, constantly be able to throw that aggression on him.
Quinn wants to get involved here with the urn. As
Stop connects.
setup's there, old 11.
Easy.
He is not getting out of this lane. They've caught him, old 11 goes down. Quincy Crew getting a lot of things done, especially on this bottom half of the map. Wow. Good early involvement, level 7. Free farm continues, top lane Leslau. He will get caught. And we'll try and dodge the boat, but the X-Mark back into it. There's no escape for him. As tanky as he is, he can't live against the 4 heroes. So look at this, Quinn makes a move down bottom, or he will be quick to make a move in return top.
Quinn's was more of just a natural move. Ori's felt like more of a forced move where he had to go bail out his Spectre. So I'd say in that front, Quincy's still pretty okay with seeing that movement. And
Quinn.
UIW.
Found him here, he's able to cookie out the EMP. Stomp off the mark, but it won't matter. Tornado into the catch of MSS. Quinn on a killing spree.
Damn. Vessel is going to be coming out super early this game. Not too bad versus a Spectre. Very good versus Kunkka. Very good versus Earthshaker as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He had a fantastic game earlier today, and so far in this first 10 minutes, he's bringing us back a repeat performance, and in a situation that's arguably harder.
Yep.
Dealt very well with the Kunkka matchup in the lane, and now getting these early kills.
Denies the haste rune. DY dodges the tornado.
TP's coming in as well. Quinn's got to be a bit careful. He'll be fine. We will resume farming, trying to get this armlet done. Smoke up from Quincy Crew. They're going to see if they can try and catch Poyoyo again.
It's level 6 on ET. Does the Hoodwink have 6? Does he have the courier or Tome coming out? Right out of the way with the splitter. They could look to kill him pretty easy. I think they need a +1. Yeah, with the Invoker,
Quinn.
they should be able to.
Yeah, Quinn coming in with the setup. Poyoyo, he's going to need some help, and he's going to need it now.
There's the splitter.
It's a lot of damage. Sleep to follow up as well. They're locking him down very nicely. He's got some 1 charges. It's not to be enough. Poyoyo to fall. Quinn picks up another.
Quincy's on fire right now. What the?
Radiant structures
They are
are
super
fortified.
comfortable with this Invoker plus ET. And as you said, you know, MSS with this Hoodwink, another super comfort hero. It's looking good, and they're seeing all these stacks. They can take away a triple stack.
They certainly can.
Yawar's
You are.
here.
He
He's like,
is.
"Oh, baby."
Oh, my goodness.
Look at this. He's
This
like, I'm
hurts.
calling down, guys.
This hurts for Vici Gaming. It really does. A very decent early game swing of gold going into the hands of Quincy Crew.
Aye, that's huge. He's at level 9, almost 2 components finished for the gyrocopter now. That is
Top tower as well.
tremendous, yeah. 2k gold lead already, 11 minutes in.
I don't think this early game could really be going much better at all for Quincy Crew. Everything just working out perfectly.
Vici's going to need something big to bail them out, something like a Blink Dagger on the Shaker, and like we said, 11, he rushes it, he's got it. It's already coming out on the curry, even though he had a tough start.
Looking for Les now. They're having to drop the Static Storm just to stop the threat of the RP. He will die for this, but 5 heroes coming over to deal with him.
Didn't get anything else. DY wants to get a glimpse, couldn't quite get in range. And 11, they scout his courier, so they should be aware that Earthshaker has Blink Dagger. But Quinn is sneaking back in here with the Spirit Vessel.
Doesn't look like he'll quite catch anything. DD rune as well on Ori for the next fight. Just a few hundred off having the armlet.
They gotta keep tabs. They gotta know. Again, Spirit now gonna
Dire's
scout
bottom
for a second
tower is
time
under
here.
attack.
That old 11 does have the Blink Dagger. They still have that ward on the high ground too. I cannot believe that ward is still there. If you look at the sentry, just up above here on the high ground. He does actually finally get it this time around, but it was just on the edge of it.
Quinn's he's on a Poyoyo
Yup.
on his own. Won't be able to do enough though. Poyoyo is already out of it. Knows that Quinn's going to be constantly on the hunt across the map.
MSS and Quinn should just be duo partners, paired up, running at the Spectre, probably for the next entirety of the game, actually. Just keep hunting him down, keep playing around that side of the map, wherever he is. MSS pings him out. They know the Spectre's bottom. But now fighting around your bottom tower, is that something that they feel confident to do when they're this strong? They are going to try it.
They've got the combo.
They sure do.
They can somewhat get Lesnau into the front. That RP will have a lot to
Is under attack.
be followed up with.
There's a DD Kunkka. They got to be careful for. Quinn, he's porting right in the front. Sentry's already placed down by DY.
Oh, quick glimpse onto Yawar. Yawar's out of the fight for this one. The Static Storm's down, so there won't be a chance for an instant RP here. Still PYW having to back off. Echo Slam comes out from on 11. He's locked down Quinn. He's locked down Lesnau. The RP's there though, and so are the kisses. Skewer to slow them out. Still though, the tank ability, thanks to the ult from the Kunkka, is keeping them alive for a little bit, and it's enough. Vici Gaming, they've found 3 and they're not done yet. They've got their eyes over towards MSS. He's trying to piggy his way out of it with the pig pole. But they've got him. Another glimpse. MSS dragged back. Vici Gaming, they'll push on for that fight down bottom. Quincy Crew, they opt to take it, but again, sort of these static storms from DY making it very hard for Quincy Crew to get the actual start to the fight that they want.
DY super clutch in the fight. Glimpses out the gyro, gets the static storm onto 2, stops the initiation, allows PYW to get perfect positioning there for the kisses. Yeah, really good team fight coming out from them. All that comes out again because of vision. You know, that ward they place behind the tower, it allows them to see that instantly so they get the glimpse off and get that big advantageous team fight, which they needed. They're about 2k behind, almost fully caught up now after that one.
Absolutely. I mean, it was clear that Quincy Crew, with the start they've been having, they felt a little too confident, you know, going in like that.
So, yeah.
Quinn TPing in aggressively as he were, you know, they felt that they really could keep the momentum going, but Vici Gaming proving that they can absolutely still put a complete stop to Quincy Crew's efforts to get this strong team fight combo together.
Yeah, definitely some slight overconfidence. And it also was, I think the DD got purged off the Kunkka. I think maybe he got one hit off of it with it, but either way, yeah, just some slight overconfidence. And the EMP came out right after all the spells were casted too, which is also very unfortunate for Quinn. Literally every spell, I believe, had gone off, and then EMP burned all the mana of the Kunkka Disruptor.
He's heading down bottom, Quinn. DY.
DY's looking to place a sneaky ward somewhere.
Got the Static Storm ready. Kisses up in 15 seconds for PYW.
DY looking to place another sneaky ward. He's going deep. Whoop. DY's like, please no. But he's got tabs on Leslau. Can they get the catch? They sure can.
Immediately, DY locking down Leslau. There will be some backup, but with the torrent of the boat coming in, Leslau can't live through that.
They get the stomp. They're gonna be able to potentially get 11 here. Cookie.
Still alive. Slowly dying. The horn's gonna come out from Poyo. Kisses as well from PYW. They get the kill. Quinn's gonna lose his life for a second pickup here for Ori. Glimpse again. DY just bringing in more here for the team. He grabs back LOA. X Mark as well. You just cannot run from this lineup. So much chase between them all. It's a lovely stunning from MSS. Is that going to be enough to get LOA out of it? I don't think so. Cooking forward. Poyo continues to close the gap. The missile taken down. Yawar's got to be a bit cautious as well. Leslau is around, does have the RP, but of course still not quite having the money for the Blink Dagger, so very hard to get in on it.
Bit of save your buddy syndrome there coming in from Quincy, trying to save out Leslau. They lose the Invoker. They get a trade kill, but in no way is it worth it. But they get 11, old 11, and they lose 3 heroes for it, 2 cores as well as that ET. Vici strike back hard, and now they've claimed themselves a gold advantage in the game.
Yeah, and they're ready to keep it rolling.
And it's nearly an Aghanim's for Poyoyo now, at almost a similar time as the Gyrocopter. Not quite at the same, but for how bad his start was, I think that's pretty damn good for the Spectre.
Ori, ready with the setup. Eyes on Leslau. They've been doing a good job of killing off this Magnus, and it looks like they might be able to do so again. Setup's there. DY has the Static Storm to make sure nothing comes out from Leslau in this fight as the Magnus goes down. Jump over to the side. MSS having to keep his distance. Drop the cooldown, but Vici Gaming, they're all but out of it. Nothing to follow it up. The missile taken down once more.
PYW is just farming missiles.
He is. They just cannot fight into Vici Gaming right now. The catch and setup from DY and Ori just proving too much. Quincy Crew, they're just getting pulled all over the place.
And Leslau is just, he's just getting caught. They have his number. Every single time now they've gone on to 0 and 5 on this Magnus after having such a good start in the laning phase. Every single time they find him.
Really needs to find the space to get that blink. He's been struggling though, showing in lanes. And they go straight for it.
And speed of the game is not going to slow down. In fact, it's just going to kick up now. He will thankfully have the Blink Dagger for himself. But yeah, Poyoyo, there's the Ags. He's got a Dust already at the ready since he saw, I believe. He probably expects somebody to be building Glimmer Cape. He's versus an Invoker as well too, so the Ghost Walk will be coming in. So yeah, they're very at the ready to go. And it's so easy to catch Quinn now. Just a Haunt or a Shadow Step onto him with a Glimpse or an X. Not going to be easy for Quinn to protect himself till he has BKB.
That's going to take some time.
Sure will.
Time that's probably not going to be given to them.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Let's see what the move is to be next. Got any smokes at the ready? They do. DY's got the smoke, good to go. They have their ults. Kisses, Static Storm, the boat.
They're very close to Lotus Orb too, actually, on PYW already. I can't believe how soon he's going to have it. That's going to be really big versus an Invoker. Remove Cold Snap, remove the Vessel, protect. You can also remove the Hoodwink Break. That's something I think people sometimes forget about, is that one is dispellable. So if you Lotus Orb the Spectre afterwards, it's going to remove that break. Also reflect missiles. A lot of different really good potential for Lotus Orb this game for PYW. So
there we go.
Do like that pickup, and yeah, let's see what happens. It's
got to be a big jump from Leslau. Time to get revenge. He's been gone on every single time. Now he's got the blink. He's got to be the one to catch Vici Gaming off guard.
There's smoke though. To catch something, anything separate. away. Getting wards down. He's
Oh,
got good
that does
vision.
it! He's able to get the 2-man RP off onto the 2 supports, but there's old Lemon with the counterplay. Jumps over on top of Quinn. Quinn is taken down. Now Leslau's got to head off. Kiss is coming in from the side. Leslau, he can't fight into this as Poyoyo and Ori chase down the 2 of them. Leslau to fall. X-Mark control from Ori, grabs back MSS. As Vici Gaming, another solid team fight, and Old 11 heads up, keeps himself away from the initiation of Leslau, and can make that jump straight over on top of Quinn's Invoker.
And that's what we were saying, right? It's going to be a really hard game for Quinn. He can't get a single spell off. He gets an EMP down, everything gets casted onto him. It looks good, too. They have the vision to start the fight with that big RP, but no follow-up because of the way that Vici reacts.
It's looking scary for Quincy Crew. They had such a solid start, but it's completely slipped away from them now of how Vici's taking these fights.
It's important whenever you see like how quick the decision making is by a player like Old 11 as the Earthshaker. Like, he's not looking for a 3-man echo. He's not looking for anything. He's just looking to stop the Quinn. Like, bye-bye Invoker. Your mid's gone. Gyro is not going to be able to hold his own with these type of items right now. He doesn't do damage. He's got farming items. He's got an Aghanims, a Falcon Blade. He's going BKB. He doesn't really do damage. He's tanky.
Got the eyes on. So I think that you catch some of Quincy Crew heading over. It's not too much of a rush. Old 11 very close now, having the BKB done.
On DY, he gets the shard. Shard's picked up. He's got the max nuke already too, so it's going to be constantly applied onto his Spectre. That's also really annoying. Like, Spectre already gets such insane movement speed from Dagger. So what? He's 400 something with Dagger. And then when he gets the Q on him, he's going to be with 500 movement speed on his Spectre the whole time. Glimpse.
You get that glimpse, but a little too far away to catch. Maybe they can get the X-Mark.
Trying.
Has the Arcane as well here, or he's going to start things off. Arcane into the X-Mark, dragging back this Gyro. He's heading in with the BKB, or he's straight on top of Yawar. Yawar will turn with the cooldown, but he's got nothing else to offer here. Yawar, he's as good as dead.
Falling apart.
Yeah, heading straight to top. I mean, Tier 1's still up at the top lane. If they want to look to take it. Old 11. Going out the wave. MSS has got to keep himself hidden in the trees. Leslau and Quinn, they're coming up to try and fight.
Whoop. PYW just walks through the lane. A little bit scary for him. But no fear as he has his Spectre and his Earthshaker around. Old 11 looks like he wanted to go for a second there.
I mean, he's so strong. Level 15 BKB on the courier.
Oh boy.
He can just charge straight in and not a lot they can do to kill him off. He is massive right now. 4th highest here net worth in the game. 5k lead overall for Vici Gaming. Quinn and the boys, they've got to find another good team fight somehow, but they've just not been able to do so. Leslau was killed off so many times early, and since the Blink Dagger, still not quite being able to find that fight that Quincy Crew can come out on top of.
And honestly, they're lacking a lot of damage now, it feels like, at this point. Because the Rum is getting off 100% of the time, and look at Yawar's build. He's got no damage.
Oh, out of the way. They're going to just charge straight in. BKB's popped. Would like to find some more with the Horn. They might just do so. They get the glimpse. Glimpse on Yawar. He's trapped in by the Fisher. The Static Storm is down. Yawar, no escape for him. As they chase them down one by one, MSS and Quinn, they're into the trees. Oh, yo. Staying on top of the hoodwink, jump forward from Old 11. They've got themselves a third. Quinn has to run. No fight to be had here for him now that 3 are down on his side.
Whew, this is getting out of hand. After such a good start that Quincy had, everything just falls apart when Vici starts playing together.
Yeah, they're playing fantastic here.
Yeah. How many kills is that in a row, actually? Oh boy. Quincy Crew has not gotten a kill since 16 minutes on Old 11. It's been a while now. Almost 8 minutes since they've gotten something on the
Quinn
table.
showed top.
He sure did. And Old 11,
yeah,
they're
found
right
him.
on him. I can't believe Quinn showed versus Shadow Step.
Oh, it's not a good sign. That is one of those sort of moves, sort of reads the game that maybe show that things are sort of slipping away here for Quincy Crew in this match. Quinn can't afford to make moves like that here with everything already just falling completely downhill for Quincy Crew.
Oh man, and Yawar, he's got a Scotty cute. They have no damage shown. They're gonna have literally 0 damage inside of these fights. I guess like with this build, if he gets the Scotty, that's looking at like the longer team fights where he's able to kite them out and all that, but very concerned for Quincy. Not looking like they're gonna be able to put up too much of a fight. in these next few moments.
The smoke, Quincy.
Let's see what they can get.
This is without Quinn, though. Quinn is going to TP over, but it's still going to take a bit of time before he can join the team.
I mean, there's no haunt, but there's everything else. They have Shadow Step too, which is pretty much kind of like this little mini haunt, as we've seen time and time again.
And Quinn's in, but they couldn't get the jump.
They're going to start the... Okay. I mean, if it's undetected, but they don't kill it too fast.
Yeah, Vici's going to... They're going to find out
They kill
this
it
is
like
going on.
super slow. The halt will be back up by the time they kill it. 28 seconds? Like, that is a very slow rush up.
It's the sort of desperate plays coming out from Quincy Crew.
And they're indecisive about it, too.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Haunt's up in 12 seconds. He might just click it as soon as it's up. They're going to see Forge Spirits, so they know the area now where they are. Scan comes out, too. They're going to run in. Look at old 11. He's like, let's go. I got hit by Forge Spirit, though.
There's the haunt.
He can't blink. Now he can.
They'll scout things out, get the vision for the glimpse. They found Quinn. They set things up. Bold
Echo.
11 jumps forward straight away, gets the lockdown onto Yawar. Kiss is coming through as well. Yawar has the BKB. He'll try and punch back into old 11. But they can't get to the rest of Vici Gaming, and Ori, he's still fully ready to fight. Leslau, RP, drop down onto the Snapfire.
Oh.
It doesn't matter though. The combo comes in with the bow. Leslau to go down, 4 dead. MSS, is he able to TP out? He will. Be the lone survivor here for Quincy Crew. But everybody else gets taken out once again by the phenomenal team fight potential of Vici Gaming. And with that, Vici Gaming, they can head in and take the roast themselves.
And they make it look easy. Really, it's just a haunt. The blink get canceled by the Forge Spirit for a second, but doesn't matter. Quinn's right on the front line. They found the most ideal target right in the front. So Invoker just dies again. Still no BKB finished because he went for the Midas. And now a free rush for Poyoyo, who is already absolutely unstoppable. And Ori didn't smash in the laning phase as much as we maybe expected him to as the Kunkka, but in the mid game, 7-1-10, flawless performance.
Yep. Every fight, boats out.
Yep.
Nobody does.
Nobody takes any damage.
Nobody does. I own 11 double. Nobody does.
He that was on his own. If you watch the way he played there, he played it so cocky. So he kind of deserved that death. But it's, I mean, it doesn't. That's what he should be doing as the Earthshaker here. That death did not matter at all. It was the
He
right
just
play.
throws himself in
Exactly.
onto Yawar or Quinn,
He
solo
kept
echo slams, and it's winning them the team fights. Yeah.
He kept them there.
Making
He
it
kept
so
them
easy.
hitting him, and that's what allowed them all to come in and finish off the gyrocopter.
Oh, and away.
He showed.
He's gone.
My God, that burst.
What's going on mid here? Leslau. He's going to go on this Kunkka, but Ori. Self-X marks out. Vici do bottom here. Quincy Crew. Gotta be so careful how they show when they're trying to shove the lanes back. Vici Gaming.
They're just getting. They couldn't fight them even when they didn't have all these items finished up. Now they've just each got like another item finished, a full Manta now for the Spectre. Force Staff and a Shard for the Snapfire. Old 11's level 18, so max level on the Echo Slam. And he's, oh my, his hits are gonna hurt. He just got a Quiver. Enchant Totem Quiver. He's gonna be hitting for like 1,200
Radiant's
damage.
bottom tower is under attack.
Quincy Crew's going to have to play for the high ground. There's no chance of taking any fights outside of the base at this stage with how far ahead Vici have got.
No way.
Still 3 minutes on the Aegis.
It's gonna be a tough one. Noir has now queued up the Silver Edge, just knowing that he needs something to be able to break the Spectre and just have any type of damage, but
Oh, look at this smoke.
they're just getting wrapped on everywhere.
Haunts out. Leslau's got to run. Fish is going to be out to block in MSS. Does still manage to escape with the Glimmer Cape. They'll turn for the attention of Leslau instead.
Radiant's middle tower is
He wiped up. He also 7-2 and 12. 19 of the kills, 19 of 24.
Dire's top tower
Very
is under
successful Mortimer Kisses set up for by his team. As they're just, look at how fast they're moving. They're like, hero spotted bottom. Quinn. Kill
Quinn.
him.
Oh, there we go.
Boom.
11 again. Blink and a slam.
He did not need to slam there, I'll be honest, but he did it anyway. No mercy.
Dire's are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And what can Quincy Crew do? I don't think there's a lot here. tier 2 to go down. Vici Gaming, they can push on for high ground if they want. 2 minutes with the Aegis. You are top. I mean, he's got his eyes on him. He does have the BKB TP out.
Radiant's middle tower
And he'll probably do that. That's all 11. Is all 11 going to hunt in the trees for him? Look at a read. Well, they know you are still around. The scan hits.
Well, that was a Radiant scan.
Oh, okay. Didn't actually opt to use their own there to try and find him. They let you all go.
Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone so rich on their side.
Is that full
full
ags on
control.
old 11? Yes, it is. Full
Oh
ags.
my, okay. Woohoo! Good fun. Anything big for Quincy. It's just, even if they connect with their spells, that's the thing. It's just, they just don't, there's no damage.
No. Level 21 player, yeah. No. He is huge and
It's, yeah, the Kunkka pick really was the biggest thing for me. Like, into the Invoker, and they have a Gyrocopter. It covers all their bases. Just a perfect pick for Vici as we're seeing it all play out.
yeah. I think they might rethink sort of the last bans against Dora in the future. You know, the Lina and the Quap. I don't think either of those would have had quite as much of an impact as the Kunkka does for Ori. And Kunkka is the more expected one of the three, I would say.
Especially if you're looking for Gyrocopter, right? Like, I think maybe Lina would be a bit scary still. But Kunkka just does everything versus the poor Gyro.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Quincy kind of just trapped inside of their base. Even Yuar can't get very far out. Spotted by a ward as he is exiting. And a Scotty about to be done enough for the Spectre. Massive.
Yeah, they can't step out of the base. Quincy Crew.
And this is like the true Vici is methodical and painful. They make you suffer as you lose, and they just keep farming, and they just keep getting bigger and bigger. So you know what, Quincy's like, let's get out of the base, let's try something.
Could be the final hurrah here from them.
Yeah, it does feel like it. And it's spotted right away. Ori can't get the X on him.
It's nearly a full AC, it is.
It is, and the Scotty's finished for the Spectre already.
Just needs that Hyperstone, 700 gold, and
Oh, and he gets himself an Arcane Rune. Lovely. Lovely.
yeah, they're certainly enjoying this Vici game. A very slow and painful loss here for Quincy Crew.
I am actually surprised maybe if Yuar doesn't just like, that rapier territory.
Get the rapier.
Probably, it's starting to really feel
You gotta go
like
something
it.
pretty wild.
You got your nice little small crit. You want to go for your Silver Edge and all that, but honestly, I don't even know. The rapier doesn't really do much anyway, because the Rum is just so good. So damn good. There's no way that they can kill the Kunkka before he gets up.
And there's so many ways to get on top of the Gyro as well. He's having to just run half the time.
He can't anymore now that the Scotty's finished up too for the Spectre. It's like now Poyo can just full out stick onto any of these BKB cores. Especially the ranged ones that just makes extra slow since Scotty versus ranged heroes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, AC done. More money. The painful Vici choke. The crowd's loving it.
They do. There we go.
There we go. Let's another
There we go.
another try.
Another last hurrah.
How much gold do they have on their heroes, though? Wait, let me look at this. We've got, what, like 3K on the Invoker, 1,500 on LOA. Not really too much of value, I guess, they can purchase with that amount,
Radiant's
yeah.
top tower is
And
under
just trying to get
attack.
any type of vision out on the map.
Dire are scanning.
Not finding anything here. It's going to have to be a quick run back to base.
They're swinging across. Vici saw a hero. They see blood.
Oh my goodness, they're staying out as well, Quincy Crew.
Oh god. Ori, he's getting the wraparound. He's flanking.
They're trying to bait him with the shaker.
Okay.
Jump,
but
the
he's got a
but the
BKB.
BKB is indeed off. So is the same for Yawar and Quinn. So put their own BKBs. Oh, the Tidebringer
the
hits
cleave.
coming out. Ori just cut him down. Double kill for him. He's looking over towards Quinn.
He's the carry
He's
now.
not getting out of there indeed. Just running them down it. The
Another
drag back.
one.
Oh, X-Mark
Whoop, whoop.
glimpse all over the shop. And that's another
Ultra
kill for Ori. And that might be when we start to see the G's coming out.
Yep.
30-11, 27k lead at 35 minutes in. Yeah, Quincy Crew, they may have got to enjoy some of the first 10 minutes of this game, but after that, complete control from Vici Gaming. This was quite the beatdown.
It really was. Every fight, it feels like. After they chose, like, right when they were like, we're feeling strong, let's try to defend our bottom tier 1. Everything just went poorly after that. So probably looking back is the biggest thing for them, is look back, don't fight around the bottom lane. Wait till Yawar says that he's ready. Wait till you guys feel that you can fight without getting glimpsed out and just losing this huge number of because that really was the biggest turning point of the game. To where Vici just stomped after that.
They like this, they're not giving up a Quincy Crew. They know there's still a big combo in them. They have RP. They're going to try and hold for another. I mean, Vici Gaming, as I said, they love this. They don't mind it.
We've been at...
They'll keep the killing going. They'll keep the game playing. You know that.
Yeah, I mean we are at the 100%. So.
It's 100%.
Oh yeah, definitely this game.
I think it's been there a while, probably.
But we're at 97% about 7 minutes ago. And yeah, just pleather even more items, as we say. You know, Ultra Kill comes out. They clean up multiple sets of racks. So a full Basher now picked up. Lots of luxury items for pretty much everybody on the side of Vici. And no hope for Quincy. Quinn almost has an Aghanims, but okay, that's the dream. There you go. 5-man RP into a full-out Cataclysm, into a Skewer into the Fountain.
So 3,500 HP on the Kunkka, 3,600, 3,800 we've only had the Stroke Treads here on the Spectre.
Yeah, they're all, yeah.
Maybe a 3,200 on all
They're
11.
all so tanky. All the Moors. Even look at the Snapfire. Like, even Snap's not nothing to laugh about. 1,800 HP Disruptor too. 2,300 Snap. That's another rush. 32,000 lead. Vici just really wants them to suffer.
It's probably one of the bigger leads we've had so far in the groups, I want to say. I don't think we've had many games get as far as the 30,000 leads.
It's very Vici-esque though. They
Yeah.
love doing this to teams. Just farm. They're just going to keep farming, keep you trapped in your base. Sometimes to the point of overkill.
I mean, they're not in a rush, you know.
No, I mean, Old 11 looks like he's
Taking
having a
their
lot of fun. Earthshaker is a lot of fun when you're playing with that Ags also. And they've got 37-minute items, so they're probably looking to just pick these up first. Oh, he's like, oh, Penta edged. I want that. And I'm sure his teammates like, excuse me.
Straight away, Payo, oh, Quincy Crew. They're going to get a lot of time to think through what they want to change in game 2.
Yep. Meanwhile, Vici just finishes up another round of items that they probably didn't need. As the Aether Lens plus the, I mean, that's a full Octarine actually. He's not even going to be going for the Aeon Disc anymore on Old 11. He's just changed it up.
He's not getting burst. He's not getting burst anytime.
What if he disassembles wrong and he ends up making it the Aeon Disc instead of the Octarine? That would be sad.
Radiant are scanning.
Not as sad as watching Quincy just trapped inside their their tier 4s.
Is under attack.
And then it, what?
Okay.
All right. Bit of a start. Poyo is under the tier 4s. They're going to break him, but the BKB comes off. Poyo head back to safety, of course, still with the Aegis.
Meanwhile, or he's like, I will take the building.
It's just a blink in the skew. They still have the RP.
X back. He's going to heal back up. And there we go. And 11 did take the Penta. All right.
Oh, nice.
Look at this. Look at the shaker.
Those totem hits are going to be coming in from a mile off.
Oh yeah, get the bonus range from both, huh? Plus 175 range on a shaker. The longest melee hit you've ever seen. 325 range melee shaker.
Just got to see if Lesnar can get another catch.
I am surprised how scared Vici's
They're
playing.
being careful.
They've got like a
Let's-
40k gold lead with an Aegis.
Slow and steady.
Dire's top tower is under
Vici
attack.
Gaming.
This is TI, so can't throw away anything.
For Leslau. It's going to be fine, Yawar. Let's clear out the illusions. And
Radiant's middle barracks.
Vici Gaming, they'll go back for the racks. Leslau. Look at the stomp setup, but too far away for them to maybe try something. They're going to still go for it, but control gets back over. Oh, the lever's in.
There it
The
is.
three-man slam right back behind the racks, and that should seal the deal here. Buybacks coming out from Leslau and LOA. Quinn and MSS, they're down for good. Jawar, he'll fall. Also does have a buyback, but it's a triple kill for Poyoyo. 3 buybacks coming out. He tries for the blink,
Give him the
but
rampage.
immediately the static storm comes in. Old 11 takes the kill, and now
GG.
they'll tap out. GG is called.
They tipped him.
46k down. Well and truly over this game one, as Quincy Crew, they lost complete control rather early, and Vici Gaming, they certainly enjoyed that sort of the preceding 30 minutes.
Yeah.
They had a lot of fun doing whatever they wanted, really.
And
Yes.
even still, we're like, even still trying really hard. Like even there, right at the end, right, the Magnus gets the skewer. He X'd the Spectre, right? So he X'd him out of like. There's just like no way that Quincy was even gonna get any hope. Yeah, Vici just relentless, no mercy. And Quincy back to the drawing board, and this was their jam, right? Their first 10 minutes
It was.
looked great, but this is their ET Invoker that they looked good on in the last time. I think one bad fight that they took led to several sequences of other bad fights. Then we had like Save Your Buddy syndrome and playing versus Disruptor. Once Vici starts getting ahead, they just found way too many like chain pickoffs over and over and over again.
Sure. And they sort of strayed from the norm, really, with like the Magnus and the Hoodwink. And
Yeah, it was a little weird.
you know, it was a risk. They wanted to try something that was very much their own sort of style. Didn't work out here. Vici Gaming enjoying quite the lead that they built up there. 46k net worth advantage at the end of it all. We'll see if anything different happens in game 2. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Vici Gaming take game 1 against Quincy Crew. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to some more Dota 2 here during the TI-10 group stages. We are halfway through the series of Quincy Crew versus Vici Gaming. Game 1, pretty easy said and done to Vici Gaming. They enjoyed it. They drew it out a little bit. Certainly made it hurt for Quincy Crew.
Yes.
We're going to see how hard Quincy Crew comes back punching in Game 2. As they'll have to try something a little different. As the switch up from the standard, the hoodwink, the Magnus decisions. It was hard. I mean, Leslau got shut down super hard early on.
Did.
They fully focused this Magnus, and Leslau was barely able to get any RPs off in the game.
Yeah, that was definitely the name of the game. He got the Vanguard, didn't get the Blink, got delayed. They fought like 3-4 times in a row, and then Vici just kind of completely took over the game. So let's see if we get any type of change up, or is it still going to be that first pick or shaker for Vici? See if Quincy maybe puts a little bit more emphasis onto it.
Yeah, I would have. I mean, I guess they do still have the second, but I think there's going to be the
10
temptation
seconds
for
remaining.
sure to take that shaker.
Because what was the other thing?
Like-
What did they land? Let me look at it.
5 seconds remaining.
They banned.
My brain's not working. They
Vici
banned Weaver.
Gaming's turn
Yeah,
to
this
pick.
So yeah, they'll
This is
ban the
better.
shaker this
Oh,
time. Yeah,
definitely,
I think
yeah.
that's much better.
Get rid of that shaker.
Weaver's annoying, but not as much as the shaker.
No.
And 11's he's really
Quincy
confident on it right now.
Crew's
So
turn to pick.
they'll still take it. And let's see what Quincy's got in response. Give me some good disables, though.
I mean, and is the name of the game, yeah, when you see the Weaver, you want to try and force it away from the carry position.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
So
You have to
remaining.
address it, right? It's just that's the key thing.
Yeah.
That's why it ends up being such a good
5
flex pick,
seconds
because it
remaining.
ends up getting so addressed that ends
So-
up just being a good support.
I mean, do they just open with the UT still?
That's what I'm wondering.
yeah,
Is like
it's-
how much
it's
does
otherwise-
Quincy want to stick to their guns?
I think the ET Invoker opening's still fine.
Yeah, I mean it still looks strong.
I
But
think
maybe they want to get a Leslau hero first. Like, I want some stun. So, what is an offlaner that's like sank? Like, I don't know. Maybe sanking first too. But I want some type of just lockdown on their team. So, okay. So this is cool. I like this too. This is Snap Tidehunter, nice and strong. Good team fight throughout all the game. You give Roche. That's good lane.
Vici Gaming's turn to battle.
Response, and then that's going to be the 11 response, where he loves to play the Doom versus the Tide. He likes to play the very farmy heroes.
I mean, honestly, they could even get the Disruptor again for DY.
They really could. I think that
Yeah.
probably, I would imagine that gets banned, right?
I think so. He was playing it so well last
He
game.
really
I mean,
owned.
You know, Leslau didn't have fun playing the Magnus into it.
seconds
I
remaining.
don't think he's going to have any more fun playing a Tide into it, the
No.
Disruptor.
5
Kind of
seconds
putting a stop
remaining.
to any chance for those big ultimates to go off when he gets into the center of the fight. I mean, for Vici, what do you want to take out when you see this Tide and Snap? I think that you can still. I mean, are you less likely to ban the Invoker now because you have the
Quincy
Doom?
Crew's turn to ban.
Yeah.
You don't think
I
you're
think
banning
so.
Quinn's Invoker? It's not.
I don't think you're as worried about
Sure.
it after what
He
you
did-
just
he didn't
saw.
have a
I
great
think
game
you have
last
so
game.
many
He didn't.
different heroes too that Ori can play versus it that I don't think it's something that they should rate super highly, especially after what just happened. He had really rough positioning in the game too, like several times. He
Vici
just kept putting himself
Gaming's
out there.
turn
So
to ban.
we see the Disruptor ban immediately.
Yeah.
I like the Luna ban too. I think that's really good because I think that's the lane that can make Doom have a really difficult
Quincy
time. Two
Crew's
points in the
turn
aura,
to
but
ban.
okay, they'll ban the Invoker anyway.
Respect for Quinn.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, he sort of fell off in that last game, but had a good opening, and we saw the previous series. He did have a really good game. And yeah, just
It's-
annoying to play against him.
Yeah, good versus both of these for sure.
10
I wouldn't mind
seconds
actually seeing. I think
remaining.
Vici Gaming were one of the teams who used to play it a lot. I mean, the classic combo with the
5
Doom, right?
seconds
The Grimstroke.
The
remaining.
Grimstroke.
Yep, that's one of their
It's
favorites, POIWs. Yeah, they could definitely do it. That
Love
probably is the next ban, so good call, I'd imagine. It's also annoying because if you're leashed, can't cookie them.
Yeah, and yeah, Weaver, perfect hero to set up and
Vici
get in range
Gaming's
for
turn to ban.
it all. Kunkka to be banned though over that first.
Yeah, sure, why not after that game? It's also,
Yeah.
X can't be removed from Kraken, so it's a really annoying spell, even for Tidehunter.
And back to Vici, maybe taking away another
10
one of Quinn's
seconds
heroes here.
remaining. 5 seconds
Or it's like
remaining.
you ask 11, what do you not want? What else do you not want to play against? Because now we've taken out the Luna. But yeah, I like the Grim suggestion a lot. With Weaver, it's really
Quincy
nice.
Crew's turn to ban.
Ooh,
Tinkerban.
okay. I didn't expect that one.
No, I wouldn't have thought that they would have gone for that, especially
Yeah.
if Vici Gaming do plan on getting like the Grim. I mean, you got the Grim, the Doom, the Weaver. I don't think it's necessarily a very fun game to play Tinker into.
10
But,
seconds
yeah,
remaining.
throwing out the ban nonetheless.
Must be some
5
like, scrim
seconds
info or
remaining.
something specifically that they're looking. Excuse me, something specifically they're looking that they don't want to play the Tinker versus. But I can't really think of anything off the top of my head.
And we're still, of course, yet to pick LOA's hero. We've pretty much seen that come up very early in the last few drafts, whether it be Abaddon or his Elder Titan. Both are in the pool this time. I mean, maybe anything else they could pick to try and save Doom targets. You know, something good to help those out that do get doomed.
Yeah, I mean, the Avernus is the best one for sure.
Okay.
Clock is
Quincy
running.
Crew's
They're actually going to
turn
ban the
to
Deuce.
pick.
Okay, so Grimstroke's in the pool. I was wondering if
It
they. I
is.
really
I mean,
was
if
wondering
they
if they're
take that,
thinking it,
that's
but I
gonna-
like it because you can lane with Weaver. Then you can
Yeah,
even make it a
it's
5
super
position.
good.
Then it can even be DY on it.
Yeah.
Phantom plus the bug. Ugh. This is the
You
worst.
can't crack it off the bug.
Can't crap it off either.
Yeah,
either
I
of
mean,
them. It's really
dude,
frustrating.
Grim feels
Vici
amazing.
I think it
Gaming
feels
return
super
to
good.
pick.
Even better
And
now.
against this, dude, just take that Grim.
Yeah, Grimstroke
No.
looks phenomenal right now.
I mean, surely they're going to take it, but obviously Quincy Crew, they don't think so. I mean, I do think if they did have it on their minds, they would have
10
banned it. I don't think you
seconds
think about
remaining.
the Grim and then leave it in.
Yeah.
If you're playing this, I think it would be a
5
case of
seconds remaining.
maybe not having it on their minds. Quincy Crew, if it
Vici
They do see the
Gaming's
other
turn to pick.
Mid. They're actually just going to go for the ET themselves. They do love ET as well. This is one of their favorite heroes.
and it
That's a
take-
DY.
takes it away from LOA. You know,
It does. And this hero's OP. I'll say it a million times. Super good. Really good versus Snapfire too.
10
You see a snap.
seconds
If you
remaining.
well, I'll say real good, but it's also situational because if you play around your
5
stomp, you wait till the
seconds.
kisses come, you stomp him.
Crew's turn to
There's a lot of
pick.
different things you can do. Okay, they're just gonna go for their Poyoyo TB.
yeah, TB great carry against the Tide and the Snapfire in
Sure.
terms of the physical that they normally focus on bursting you with.
Sure. Now we've got Sunder and time lapse potentially. So maybe if he sunders and then gets time lapse
10
back to 0
seconds
HP,
remaining.
that'd be really funny. Because that is gonna be the 4 Weaver. Actually, I guess
5 seconds remaining.
can they still flex it?
What? How have old 11
5
Weaver or
ET, mid Weaver,
mid Doom?
or mid Doom. That sounds bad versus Quap. That sounds
That's
horrible.
true. Okay.
Mid Weaver
Okay,
sounds good
okay.
versus Quap. You can't
Yeah,
dagger.
you just dodge the dagger.
and you can secure runes. I don't know if that's I don't think that's an Ori. I think that's going way too outside the
Yeah.
box. Normal lanes we'll just go with the normal. It's going to be a 4 Weaver, 5 ET, 1
Vici
TB.
Gaming's
More
turn
than likely.
to back.
And what in God's name is happening? So
It's
5
the-
Tide?
It's the support
Support Tide?
Support Darks here.
No.
Didn't they played it before, right? That's what Quincy Crew used to do.
Oh my God, you might be right.
You know what I mean? Didn't they used to play MSS with the support Darks here?
Yeah, you're right actually.
You know what I mean?
I
10
do not
seconds
like it at
remaining.
all. But
you
it
don't,
is
you
a
don't
wall
feel like
versus
Darks
the
here and
TB.
Tide can sort of
5
put pressure
seconds
onto TB
remaining.
in lane?
Perhaps. I just don't really like it. It's just weird. But can definitely see
I mean,
the
they like their
potential
weird
of it.
drafts today, Quincy
It's,
Crew. You know? Yeah.
And you know what? They were probably like, guys, we couldn't win the team fights before. Now,
Yeah.
we've got Vacuum, Ravage, Quapple, Snap, like,
you know,
got
Surge,
a lot of burst.
Surge is very nice against Doom, right?
Surge
Doom
is great
target,
for Zoom.
Surge,
Fair.
they're out of there. And they're,
Quincy
other than
Crew's turn to
the
ban.
stomp, at the moment, Vici Gaming's not going to be able to stop you from being surged away.
That's
right?
very true.
You are going to be able to surge and get out if you get doomed, right?
I
now.
like that. Okay, fair enough. You sold me.
But my sort of concern is that if indeed it's Ori's pick still to go, the puck's still there, and then puck, Dream Coil kind of
10
ruins the Quap
seconds
and Darkseer's
remaining.
game and the potential of the Surge escape.
They're going to ban it, right?
5
You think that they'll
seconds
ban the puck?
remaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to ban the puck, and then Ori's going to get Lena or something, right?
Vici Gaming's
Ooh.
turn to ban.
Okay, banning Ember.
They've still got one more ban.
That is another really scary, obnoxious kind of combo, and that is one thing that stops them from getting
Turn to
away.
ban.
Slide chains.
Yeah, and it's surely got to be the puck ban. I don't know I don't know what else you're really too concerned of. I mean, as you say, maybe you just don't want the leaner quad matchup, so you prefer that, but then I think the puck's going to cause way more issues for you in the game.
I think
10
so too.
seconds remaining. Vici Gaming's turn
puck's
to
gone.
pick.
Now, what else is there that Vici could get to stop people from running away?
I mean, Lena's the only thing I can think of that you can. It's a good mid matchup as well too. Kunkka's banned, and it wouldn't be a really good mid matchup anyway.
I mean, I guess he doesn't play,
10
but I'd love to see a
seconds
mid Grim.
remaining.
Still think it's a really good Grim
People
game.
used to do it, yeah.
I did.
5 seconds remaining.
Meepo. Too bad.
Oh, it's a good Beepo game. But
It's a good.
I
I know
really
exactly.
don't
That's
really
why I
see
was
that,
saying
yeah.
it, but yeah, it's just not a good hero,
Yeah.
unfortunately, no. And they definitely don't play it.
Quincy Crew's
See what it's gonna
turn
be.
to pick.
Okay. Void Spirits, so they've got one. No, they got one type of catch at least with the stomp. Very limited disables on the side
It
of
is
Vici.
limited. Yeah, I think Quincy Crew's going to be able to run around this game, and other than the Doom, it's not too bad of a Quap game.
10 seconds
No, I
remaining.
agree.
You know what I mean? Quap's going to be able to make stuff happen, and we saw Quinn's
5
play
seconds
last.
remaining.
At the beginning, he's a very active mid, and actually has been in the games where he popped off at the start as an invoker.
I'm always so curious to what appeals to these. Like as an ET player, I'm always so curious as what appealed to them so much for picking the ET 30. Because when I look and I'm just like, it doesn't really look like this a spectacular any type of ET anything, to be honest with you. It just looks like an okay ET, just like an ET game. It's not a great one. It's not a bad one. It's just a meh one. So it's very curious. And now Yuari, he gets a Naga, so now they've got the support tied.
Yeah, it's going to be the way around you said. All right, MSS on
But
the
now
tide.
the Wombo combo is truly in order. We have got the sleep into the vacuum into the combo, since you can now vacuum them while they're sleeped for quite some time now.
That's very true. And I mean, you've obviously got the TB, Elder Titan, and Doom that will be on the front lines, and then even heroes like the Weaver. Look at Shikuchi through you, Void Spirits jumping through the Astral Step. There's going to be opportunities where Vici Gaming is rather grouped up in the team fights.
Yeah.
So
But that's going to be so much longer until your War gets to the point where he wants to show up with sleep to look for those fights, right? Because it's usually your level 12 or your level 18 sleep, because level 1 sleep is kind of smallish, and you don't want to be around the area. You don't want to be in the fights that early as a Naga. So it'll take a little bit more time. And now I feel like they made the ET better, to be honest with you.
True, yeah, they are picking it into that Elder Titan.
It's like ET, it's because it's an Agicore, but it's also because they have Void Spirit, so ET amplifies all the damage of him, and then Stomp versus Naga Siren Sleep, if he's trying to like TP out, you can position yourself, if you're far enough, you can get the Stomp off onto there. Splitter, same thing. Help your team clear. Interesting.
Oh, let's see. Again, sort of an interesting lineup here from Quincy Crew. They had a very hard game 1 against Vici Gaming. And we'll see what they can do with the Yuan Naga Siren. Can he carry the game on this? He did have, of course, that win that we saw Quincy Crew have earlier. Was one of those matches where they put on Yuan something big and heavy on that Medusa in that case.
Prepare for battle.
Naga Siren can be along that sort of similar lines of just maximizing farm and becoming that big carry that's just sort of boosted ahead of anyone else on the side of the enemy. And yeah, Quinn on the quad. Definite potential for him to pop off this game.
Absolutely. Especially with it's such limited stuns. It just really is. Very likely that he's doing the entire game, though. Since MSS is a support, they're not going to be wanting to waste a Doom onto a Tidehunter support unless it's like absolutely necessary. And he's going to be a lot easier to just take down with every other spell in the game.
I mean, and how is that lane going to go, this Tide Dark Seal? Will that make it difficult for Poyo to farm?
I don't know. This isn't a good lane. I'm not too sure. The double melee with the Gush, it probably is strong with the Orb of Venom. Probably can do quite a bit. I haven't gotten to see it enough, so I'm not too certain. ET is usually pretty good at eating the pressure, though, for his carry. It's an instant reward. Just come out.
The battle begins.
D1 trying to run them away here. Quinn able to take that bounty. BYW in fact getting in and quite a few hits in with a reflection as well.
DY. Okay, getting him nice and low. Considering to go for a secondary one with another Spirit. LOA. I have to just TP top lane. Very low now, though, has to immediately salve. So likely to buy another one. Yeah, it instantly does that. I was going to say buy another one and bring it out right after you use it. Because he does need to have a salve for his Naga Siren in the lane. And all right, let's see how these play out.
DY just...
He's just standing there right in
Standing
front of them.
看着
Gonna
队友
watch
不
Les
争
Lap.
气吧，哥哥。
I was gonna say, I was gonna think that this might happen. VT just stands there, and then you don't really hit Poyoyo at all. And once they hit 2, once TB hits level 2, they're gonna kill one of these 2 heroes. They're just gonna pop reflection, pop meta, and boom.
And they should get 2 before.
They should, yeah.
Yep.
And MSS did buy an Orb of Venom, so that is gonna work against them a little bit there with that reflection, which kind of hurts. So Tide's gotten the 2, but Darkseer will not.
So there won't be that surge escape.
Yeah, so they should be able to go for him as soon as Poyoyo finishes up this wave. And the positioning is going to be good for them to go for him too. So Leslau has to be very cautious. Meanwhile, take a look at the other lanes. Pretty even.
I mean, Leslau and MSS no. Leslau.
He has to play very... Yeah, he has to step up,
Yep.
just give him solo XP. Even then though. So far up.
I mean, he's pretty...
I feel like they can just... I think they're thinking about it.
Yeah, I guess... I mean, he was just 1 creep away from 2, so he now does have it. And we're seeing things top. I mean, you what? How much trouble does he have in this lane?
Wouldn't say too much at all. I think he should have some pretty good free farm. LOA, just going to be constantly battling with PYW. I think both of these heroes are just going to free farm. 11 versus Yawar. LOA, getting his salve broken.
Oh.
And now they're going to lose their courier to the band. Ugh.
Dire's courier has been
Oh,
killed.
wait.
He
He's
is-
losing his life.
He is heavily losing that trade war. Mid lane, Quinn will be able to get that water rune. Dead even in the mid lane.
We said, is that expected? These heroes?
Yeah, now that Void Spirit he can just do anything really. Like, just water runes and everything. He has such good base damage versus Quap, so he's able to get like a head on denies, I think, on the first wave usually from what I've seen. And you also block majority of the damage with the rest. The past Queen of Pain versus most of these like melee kind of heroes does well, but Void Spirit's a different monster.
Nothing to your pile.
Top laners just seeing the way having to take the war back to the base.
Oh yeah, they've actually...
Oh, Lemon's stuck.
They're taking it right away. Yeah, they're definitely awkward. Yawar has no regen on him. He lost his courier. LOA has had to use 2 salves and 6 tangos just for himself versus the pressure of the Weaver. So I did say that the Naga was going to be okay, but he's getting slowed down a lot
Man, 9 CS.
by quite some mistakes really up top from the Quincy Crew lane. And Old 11 does get lucky though. He does find probably the absolute best creep he can find versus a Naga.
Oh, look at this bit.
Oh, is this gonna work?
Surely not Quinn. Oh.
Sure.
Oh, it's very close. PYW's got the ferret by Quinn. Yes. Oh, he's not going to chase it. PYW knows that if he goes up,
Ooh.
another screen might have finished him.
Honestly, that may have been a mistake by PYW to even go for it. I think if he just sits the rune, it's better. He would have just denied the rune from a Quap, and
Bottom
Quap would
lane.
have to walk up bottom.
They might get the 2 of them. Double. Yeah, I mean, this is what he says is going to happen, right?
I
DY
thought
and
so.
Poyoyo, they have the levels, and DY will take the refresh back to base. Poyoyo's going to be happy. Pretty much a full creep wave here for him to soak up solo.
I thought that was, especially with the Orb of Venom that MSS got, like that just works against you with reflection. It's very strong, and as soon as ET hits 3, they're super powerful in the lane. But yeah, Old 11, he's got the really good creep versus the Naga Siren, so he's just clearing out the illusions instantly too, with Thunderclap and with the Scorched Earth. Look how much damage it does. Yawar's like, oh, jeez. Has to give a bit more respect to it. 1K lead already.
Yeah, this part lane is getting easy, right? There's,
This one was always mine.
Away.
I guess they've got a bit of safety here for the 90 seconds, no meta.
TB already has treads. He's gonna get absolutely every single last hit under the tower. And he is literal full free farm compared to Naga Siren, which has been slowed down as we mentioned. And they have to be careful how much they back cut at this point too, because it's a level 6 Void Spear in a second.
Dire structures are fortified.
So there's the potential for him to come down here.
And they're really trying to get in on this.
Okay.
The vacuum.
Gotta be careful, Leslau. UI has plus 115 right now.
He's going to be fine. Top lane.
Okay.
We'll get the kill onto PYW. Old Levin not going to be able to bring down Yawar in turn, so
A bubble
something
from
pretty
the
big
void.
there for Quincy Crew in a lane that they were struggling.
But they're keeping Yawar super low on HP. He can't walk up to farm nicely. 22 last hits. He's not getting up there at all. 39 on Terrorblade in comparison. That is 22 at 6 minutes is one of the lower CS I think I've seen at Naga almost ever in the safe lane. Thankfully, like you said, does have a kill to his name, but
The lane's going to get scary to step up to as well. Old Levin's about to hit 6.
that's hit 6, yeah.
That is pretty much the last of the tangos here.
He doesn't have mana though, so he doesn't skill to do him. He just puts the third point in the Scorched Earth, which is fine anyway, because of how much damage it does.
Absolutely, yeah. Might not need the Doom at all to run down potential kills here.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, Poyo, Metamorphosis back up. So again, Darkseer and Tide are going to have to really be careful about how close they approach the dives hit.
Now they're moving Ori to the jungle, sending the Weaver to the mid lane since PYW has not really had a great start at the 4th position this game at all. 1,100 net worth compared to his 1,500 of his DY in the 5 position. And yeah, I do think that play where he made mid was quite costly, where it's like he could have just denied a rune from Quinn, but ends up kind of doing nothing with it. That's Quinn holding on to a skill point, waiting to see if he has an opportunity for a Sonic Wave if someone dives too far.
Top lane, they're going underneath the tower onto LOA. TPs are coming in. LOA goes down. Quinn, a look for Old Levin, drop the Sonic Wave. Is it going to be enough? Old Levin.
Oh no.
He's
gonna be
into
able to
the
cut
trees,
tree
and he's got this Quelling Blade, so he'll be able to cut himself away from this
Dire's
Quinn.
middle tower
He's
is
not going to
under
find
attack.
him.
Oh no. That's a 2-minute cooldown as well. He doesn't get the kill, rotates. It's a wasted rotation. Oof.
Agents of the void.
That's brutal.
And they need Quinn to come in with some moves as side lanes are struggling.
LOA fills up his bottle at least, so he's at least going to be able to like stay out on the map for himself, but that is so costly for Quincy. Vici again, dominating. This time the early game though, as MSS is found in the water. Easy kill for Ori yet again.
There is nothing.
This is not going to be an easy laning stage to recover from for Quincy.
Most definitely not. And last game, like I said, last game more laning phase was their jit. The mid games was when it was really problematic. So
Dire's middle
Terrorblade
tower
with
is
full
under
free farm,
attack.
uncontested free farm. Going.
Top 3 net worth at the moment, all on Vici's cause.
They've got the darks here, so they will of course have the wall for later on, but it's just constant plays being made by Vici all over the place. Another dead one.
Yeah, Old Levin, he's taking the freebies here. He knows that they've got that sort of lead, that he doesn't need to save the Doom for the big cause right now. Just throw it down, get kills as they can. Quincy Crew just struggling to hold sort of safe areas of the map to find farm for themselves.
And he always goes minus too. So whenever he gets even a lead like this, it's even more beneficial because he'll be able to get his minus in such a fast timing. Terrorblade, got the Dragon Lance, I believe, nearly done. Probably, yeah.
But we'll get DY down bottom.
Okay.
Left on his own, trying to hold the tower. Leslau and MS just collapsing and take him down. Top lane, Poyo will be able to find a tower. Dragon Lance is done. Quincy Crew, they won't quite be able to put on the same amount of push onto this tower down here.
Now PYW's here just can constantly cut the creep wave too. Just clear it out. They're not going to send anybody else down here to defend. Reaper's enough.
Radiant's courier
Nice, he's
has
going to be
been
able to slow it
killed.
down enough.
Yep.
Loses courier here, Leslau. Finds it on the way over.
Vici's just getting way more out of the map though. The Weaver's still getting farm bottom by cutting and getting these creeps that are coming into the tower. They're farming mid,
Radiant's
they're
bottom
farming top, they're
is
farming
under
jungle.
attack.
These couriers,
Dire's courier has been killed.
well, should be able to finally get this tower, but fortification. Looks like they're not going to try and hold this. They will let it go, Vici.
Laszlo.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And
attack.
11
Radiant's
now has
bottom
minus
tower
already.
has fallen.
That fast, how quick it comes after taking a tower. 1 or 2 devours. It's top of the net worth, pre-minus. He is going to skyrocket. Very big concern is Quincy, they don't really have good ways to be able to now pressure them for themselves to get into the enemy side to find the Terrorblade either. Because their lineup doesn't really push towers, Owen. They have to win fights in order to really claim a big tower push around the mid lane, which gives them the access to the Terrorblade. So these next few moments just feel like it's just Vici written all over them. They're going to be able to sit back with Devour with Midas, sit back with Terrorblade, and that sounds like a recipe to success for me with this type of lineup.
I mean, what can Quinn
Radiant's
do?
bottom
I
tower
don't know.
is under attack.
Missing the first Sonic Wave. Quab is just a full-out snowball hero. If you start to struggle a bit, it's still the same hero, as it always has been. As we did say though, playing versus a bit of limited stuns, but there's a Doom. It's always going to be really threatening. Yeah, let's see.
Doom is back up. That's now. Going to get out of this top lane mid. They're sat behind Quinn, maybe ready for something to come out, but there's nothing coming over here.
They're playing the full farm game. Weaver farming bot, Void Spirit Jug, like literal full farm game right now.
They're going to
So
try and
they got to try to do something, yeah.
See if they can use their ults here to get a kill.
They're going to look to get vision around this triangle here. Maybe even block some camps. Actually, don't block.
Oh,
some
they don't
camps.
block any.
Okay. I thought they at least had body
yeah,
block
I mean,
it,
we can
but
at least take away the ancient spawn.
so wrapping around toward mid. Like we said, the only way they can take a tower push is if they win a fight.
And they're going to try and start the action off on the Poyo-Yo. They've got the combo, and
He gets
but
the
he gets the
Sunder.
Sunder off. He's back up to pretty
Oh,
much
no.
full HP. The splitter's coming out from DY. Quinn will get caught, goes down, didn't get the Sonic Wave off. So Poyo-Yo lives, they lose Quinn, they lose MSS, and the struggle's really starting to show here for Quincy Crew.
What? Did he not want to or something? What?
I don't know, we might be able to get the replay on that, but yeah, he did no Sonic Wave that fight. And
He lets him live. And he lives with, honestly, you know what he lives with? The trusty shovel HP or something. He lives with like 90 HP on this Terrorblade. What? That was everything. They blew everything and they can't even kill the Terrorblade.
he was so close, he got so low, Poyo-Yo. So back up to full HP, now the push is coming in.
It's disastrous, really.
Quinn,
Now Quinn just TPs
he
in to
gets
get doomed.
They've tried to cook him out, but with the Astral Step, Sori's chasing him down.
He's
Quinn,
dead. Oh,
he's in.
the
Oh,
surge. Oh, Laszlo.
Whoa.
Dire's
That is
Just
close,
get him away.
though.
He does.
They will.
Oh.
Was very, very close. They did get the route out onto Ori. Still able to jump off with the dissimulate, but they have to chase.
Okay,
Quinn gets
there.
back in, they bring down Ori.
Nice
Him on
done
old
by
11
Laszlo.
into the cookie follow-up. They're on top of the Doom. Gush comes out, old 11 will get shredded.
Whew. Okay, that was scary. But he will survive. Laszlo bails him out, and now they can turn it into a push. Things haven't salvaged.
Radiant's
Quinn,
structures are
going for more.
Okay.
And now with the
Still
Sonic
has
Wave
Sonic
still
Wave.
there, he does. And he'll do it. He's
There we go. That's
Drops
why he
it down.
saved it.
So indeed, saving it for bigger things here. 3 kills in a row, all cores of Vici Gaming taken down as Quincy Crew come back with a huge punch.
Will they be able to hit tower off of it at all? Immediately Ori comes back to mid lane. He's gonna go for a kill.
And there- what?
Ooh.
The cookie? The damage isn't up now, step out.
Stomp.
Stomp in.
No Doom available, so they have no other disable.
And a bit of damage, but Quinn, he'll link up in a second, and soon enough. And in fact, he's going to be able to get the high ground, turn over towards DY. DY goes for the stomp, but they keep their distance. Quinn could get back in on this, and he will. Jumps back in with a scream, takes out DY.
There we go. Quinn coming back after a couple little slip-ups. Still should have a decent time on the Orchid. Not a great timing, though, unfortunately. Still going to be a bit slow. Vici's still way out farming them, but they make a comeback there. Get themselves some nice kills on the board. No tower, though.
Very, very important. They come in there, we'll get the replay earlier of where they weren't quite able to burst Poyo instantly. So you're getting ever so low, did have a
Nice, he
Sonic
just didn't
Wave,
think
but
that he needed it.
yeah, holding it off. Didn't mean that the opportunity was there for Vici Gaming to get that successful hit, but we saw since then, Quincy Crew able to punch back. Quinn getting a few kills on the board. Orchid's pretty much done.
That's still, like I said, still pretty decent timing. Should be able to kill most heroes. Voidspur already has the Yule Scepter. A couple other heroes are kind of tanky now too, but still, it doesn't matter. Quap should be able to have a very good impact now with this picked up. And Quinn is level 12, so he's going to have level 2 ult very soon. I say that, but he did put the level 2 in blink. So won't have ulti until level 13. Level 2 ulti, sorry.
Okay. I mean, I guess it is just a little bit of extra damage in the blink cooldown.
Yeah, and he did it during the fight when it was on cooldown.
Oh,
So that's so many people do that lately. It's like your ult's on cooldown, just go one of the other abilities. You're likely to get it up again in time, but sure. They're clapping like crazy.
Vici Gaming being a little more careful now after that last fight, even though they still have a lead.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I
attack.
know that they're not really too much pressure as long as Poyo is safe, farming away, get that Manta out before they start to feel the play of Quinn and his Orchid.
Yep. Yawar's got an insane amount of space from all these plays that have happened. As you see, he's got the Manta, he's got Falcon with 1,000 gold. 400 gold ahead of that free farm Terrorblade that we were talking about as mid. Level will be caught. So it's really striking back now.
Good Orchid reveal here.
Yeah, right around the mid tower.
Dire's
So that should be pretty dead. Much can be done to hold on to this. MSS in the neighborhood with the Ravage at the ready.
Radiant's middle
They'll let
tower
this one go. Vici Crew starting to close that lead.
Huge.
Radiant's turret
Huge
has been
last few
destroyed.
moments for them. Now they've got access points into jungle too, into triangle. They can easily hunt TB, or easier hunt TB, and even Yawar now has access into the triangle too. So now Yawar can do fun stuff where he sends illusions to cut waves toward the top, cut mid, also farm the enemy triangle. So we'll see what he looks to do with his next few sets of illusions.
Oh, yeah, do you like this as well, rather than the Manta just going straight for the BKB?
Haste.
Oh.
Feeling that that's sort of pressure that...
Yeah, the Ravage is the biggest threat in
yeah,
this game.
Ravaging, because Ravaging Kisses, as we saw in the mid, it got very close to
Yeah.
killing him.
He needs both, so
Okay.
he's able to disassemble. I think he just wanted the timing a little bit faster than anything. So it is early.
Playing it safe, they're playing it smart player.
And there's no, that's the thing I think a lot of people have been talking about is just there's no downside to getting early BKBs anymore since that 6 second is the minimum. Never feels bad to just like, oh, I used BKB to kill a support. Okay, it doesn't really feel that bad anymore compared to what it used to. Depending on the situation, of course. As Vici finds himself, probably the better item that they could get for their lineup is Philosopher's Stone. So they've got the Midas, they've got the Devour, they've got a Philly on the Weaver. And PYW is definitely recognizing lack of catch, gets an Atos.
They're in, out of the way. Run down.
And yeah, Atos to catch for the Quap, that could be pretty nice. Rather than going for like the Vessels or the Aghanims that we've seen so much on the support Weavers.
And solid as well if any of these heroes start to maybe get a
Radiant's
Lincoln
turret
Sphere
has
down the
been
line,
killed.
and have a solid way to proc it and allow Old Levin to still get him with the Doom.
That is a good point.
I mean, and in this sort of game, is it Quincy Crew saying, hey, Yawar's farming, we're chill, we're happy? You know, Vici Gaming, they're saying, hey, Poyo's farming, we're chill, we're happy. Which of these two, how do you sort of scale up against each other?
I think they're both happy with game sake because it also comes down to one has a Darkseer, so you can make a wall illusion of the TB, and the other one has a Elder Titan, where you have the Natural Order versus a Naga Siren. However, maybe Quincy does get the edge because if you catch the ET inside of the wall too, you get your own Natural Order as well. It's all going to come down to how those fight executions happen, but I think both teams have really good scaling lineups, all things considered. Doom, of course, can break things because he removes a hero from the game, but again, that's going to all come down to these initiations. I can see both scaling quite hard, yeah. And MSS has a good timing on his Blink Dagger for the support Tide Hunter. Should be able to get in there most of the times. And Quinn does queue up a... And does max blink over skill and level 2 wave. Since it is only 100 damage bonus, I guess just the minus cooldown is this that much more beneficial. And distance, of course, that you get from the quad blink.
Pretty much going to have the heart for the next fight you are, so
Scary.
there'll be a lot to burst through. They're heading over in his direction, Vici Gaming with the smoke. See if they can catch MSS between them. And MSS, it's going to be saved. Jawar got the song. They fight through this. Over to the side. Silence comes out on PYW. They're going to be able to remove the Weaver. They're chasing on here. On the back of it all, they're just backing off. They don't want to commit any further. They head out of the fight. They'll let it be 1-for-1 on the trade.
That was a meta popped.
And there was a Sonic Wave
Sonic
used.
Wave used as well. And I guess the song, too.
Losing the support Weaver, but they do. And it's just a support tide. Savage will still be ready when he's back. I mean, he has got the blink MSS.
Yeah.
They've still got a good team fight to play with, and they know it. LOA and Quinn, they smoke up.
BKB on cooldown on 11, too. Oh.
So we can get it.
PYW time-lapse back to mid lane.
And
He gets the TP out.
he does. There's nothing to stop it. Couldn't quite get in for the vacuum. Stomps out as well, stopping any further chase as Ori and DY can get right back to safety.
And look at PYW. Wait, how's he? Look, time-lapsed after he died. When he respawned, he coming right back to the...
They're still trying to go in. So if he can get on top of Ori, it won't be the case, and he has the Yules if he ever feels threatened.
They don't have meta, so fighting right now for Vici is very unlikely.
Can they do Roche?
Yep, I do think that Quincy could set up for the Roche. They have the Ags now on the Darkseer too.
And they're smoked up Vici Gaming, but
Okay.
they've got to run over it quick. And they're not going in the correct direction. I don't know if they know that this is happening.
Spirit's gonna scout it.
I know, maybe not soon enough though. Well, let's see. He's stopped. I think catching the Naga Siren.
Old 11 might just go on
He's
him.
straight in.
He's just
Blink
right on
Doom.
him.
He's able to slam it down. He's found himself Yawar, and Yawar in so much trouble here as the jump comes through.
No hesitation there from 11.
Atos into the Remnant. He has to throw out onto Quinn. Stepping up with the Yules. 20 seconds and Quinn will have the Sonic Wave ready for the fight. And then without Yawar now, Roshan is very low.
Poyoyo still feels very awkward without meta up in the fight for 30 seconds.
Oh, Quinn.
Quinn jumps into the Remnant though. Nice placement there from Ori.
There's now patience here with the wall ready for the fight.
20 seconds for Naga.
Full heart will be done on Yawar next fight.
20 seconds for Naga, 20 seconds for meta. Ori looking to claim high ground.
Really want to try and finish it.
Ori's under vision here, up on the high ground.
And there's already the jump being made. DY has the TP out, but he's not going to be able to do so. The Sonic Wave comes in, DY goes down, immediate buyback. Poyo committed with the BKB, but he's been bashed by Roche. It doesn't matter. Or maybe just Quinn jumps in.
That was close.
Poyo already got the kill, and he already picked up the Aegis. The Vici, they get the benefits of Roche. Quinn, Atos in position. He'll fall the meta to bring MSS down low. As they've got to step away from this Terror Blaze. Surely, can they really get in on top of him? The roots there for Yawar, but they've lost 3. The illusions are tearing through Poyo, but he had the Aegis. He's ready for round 2. Yawar, the last one alive, has to use the song to get out of this.
He has to run though. Spirit's still on him, so can't use a TP. TP's out anyway. As Vici, they bring enough time for Poyoyo to have meta. Take an excellent fight.
Yeah, they get it. They get Roche, they get the Aegis. Sure, they lose it soon after, but the team fight well worth it. 7k
Absolutely.
lead now. Vici Gaming jumping up, and 3k on Poyo as he's well on the way towards his next time.
And honestly, DY immediately gets like an MVP position just from a single stomp that he gets where he catches the Naga Siren in the pit. It allows Old 11 to just jump in and get the Doom for his team to make everything else happen afterwards.
I mean, you saw as well, yeah, Quinn knowing the importance of getting rid of DY, jumping up to the high ground.
Yep.
Using the Sonic Wave to kill him off, but damage already done.
Yeah. And we're definitely seeing the PYW Atos paying off immediately. Getting that kill onto the Queen of Pain there. Now pretty much has a Lotus Orb done, so now he's got protection versus that Orchid for himself and for his teammates.
Full axe on Ori, so these silences are going to be hitting hard, and the Atos, now the AoE silence is not going to be fun for Quinn to play into. Look for the Void Spirit here, but he's going to have the backup of the Stomp. Splitter's coming out, and Ori is going to try and fight back into this, jumping in onto LOA now to jump out with the Astral Step. Meanwhile, elsewhere, top lane, they got the jump in. Doom was slammed down onto Leslau as they take out the Darkseer.
Jesus, 11's farm just continues to be absurd too. 15,600 net worth, 5, 2, and 6. Level 18 Doom.
Money, 4,500 to spend.
Yeah, got a full Shivas. really good purchase versus a Naga Siren. 10k gold lead just off of that, like winning one or two fights. They get so much off the map from it. Yo now up toward top. Manta completed, 2k also. On his way toward that Scotty. Great fights. Yeah, Vici is really understanding what they need to do inside of them. And now getting all these next few items is going to continue to make the game real hard for Quincy.
She's in. Ravage comes out. We'll catch the three of them. They're taking down DY, turnover towards Old 11, but Old 11 plus the BKB. Looking to run down LOA. Stomp comes out. LOA should end up falling here as it gets slammed down by Old 11. The rest of Quincy Crew having a run, but the chase is there. Ori jumps forward with the remnants. The song comes out. Counter plays they can look for. They've got the vacuum on the 2. Wall down.
It's a long
no
TP.
Ravage. I don't know if they got too much to follow. Quinn will throw out the Sonic Wave. Only tickles Poyo-Yo, really. Nothing else to be done with that on him. But the Redman comes out. Quinn, he's in trouble. He can't get back out of that. That's a dieback from Quinn.
Oh boy, this game just completely ended, it feels like, after these last few moves from Vici.
They're diving.
Holy moly.
Lau. To run. Meta still good for the push here for Poyo-Yo.
Quinn's game is just done. That's it. Like, that's a quap now that fought back and died, and he's half the net worth of the other cores. That is devastating. The Ravage initially looked decent, but they didn't have follow-up for it, so actually ended up being kind of a bait Ravage that brought the rest of his team into their demise.
So, Leslau, he's been found. Ori chasing him out. Old 11's there with the backup control.
Vici is, man, very good, very methodical way that they've been playing. It's just never overreacting to stuff and always just like little scout plays. Such good identification of who they need to target inside of the fights too. Doom is back up now too. And Quincy Crew just used like everything to look for a fight. Whoever respawns now, whoever 11 finds, it's gonna be a kill. Even Yawar, since he's got the Shivas now, he'll be able to identify which one the real one is almost instantly, if he does find him. Oh boy. Now what is the... How does Quincy actually get back into the game? It feels quite impossible. It's just they need to get these full-out combos, and it needs to be together. I don't want to see things that are layered anymore at this point. Like, they can't just have like a Ravage and a Mortimer Kiss, and then like, you know, a minute later or something, they have a Darkseer wall. No, everything has to be thrown at the same time for them to have a chance in this game now.
Yeah, I mean, and even if it does...
Even then, yeah.
It's getting to that territory where it's hard to see an outcome where Quincy Crew can stomp a team fight now, 17k down.
Yeah. And it's so difficult because if you look at their heroes, they're just not natural BKB builders or anything like that. Vici's, as we see, they're just natural BKB builders, so their fights are so much easier, right? TB just pops BKB, Doom pops BKB, they just get into the front line, and then most of Quincy's just countered. We do see the return. I mean, I say the return of the BKB whenever TI does come around, the priority of it, but especially with this patch that we've had for some time now, the BKB is just, as we keep mentioning, it's so damn good. It's just never been.
Time to smoke here for Vici Gaming.
11 is ready to jump in. Nearly has a refresher.
There we go, he's ready to jump, but he's not going to go for it.
A little hesitant.
Still respecting the potential counter play. He's in the silence. Remnant as well. They've caught Quinn. Quinn's going to need help, and he's going to need it soon. The Atos is out into the Doom. He's locked down. Quinn, they'll try and surge him to safety, but Ori slides across with the Astral Step. Quinn's out of the game for 50 seconds. Leslau locked down by the Remnant. He'll turn with the vacuum wall. Kisses coming out from the side, but it doesn't matter. There's not enough damage here from Quincy Crew to get the kills they need off the back of those ults. But they've lost two. PYW and Ori just toying around with LOA and Yawar. As they just don't have the damage here, Quincy Crew. A quick jump back with the time lapse. PYW gets out of there. Drag back Yawar. I mean, Yawar's still very tanky, not an easy kill. He'll survive, but not really any sort of potential to hit back and take down any of Vici Gaming.
Yeah, there's dancing on them inside the fights, just running right through them. There's no control really that comes out unless they've used the Ravage. Can't actually catch any of the heroes on Vici. And as we were mentioning, Old 11 refresher is pretty much an absurd farm rate as we've kind of gotten used to seeing Old 11 get when he plays his Doom.
At that point, PYW.
He's gonna go for his own.
He's going to overtake Quinn in farm as well.
Yeah, and he's gonna have a very good item this game that builds off of the Atos versus not only just the Queen of Pain, but also that Naga Siren. He's gonna be able to transition. Yeah, game getting quite impossible.
Well, he's just trying to do his best to cut creeps. Keep the game going.
Quinn nearly has that Lincoln's done. But they're going to be aware of that one, so I'd be surprised if 11 does fall for it. Does throw the Doom onto that Lincoln's without it being broken from an Atos.
They're coming right out on the map here, Quincy.
Yeah, they're playing very aggressive.
All the way up to the tier 2. I mean, the push of your Wild's Illusions has allowed them to do this.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top tower is getting hit. They have to react to this catapult up there.
This now will be the one to back up.
This team's still in the area, smoked up, but yeah, they're backing up. Ori quickly clears the wave, and we'll just TP out, not gonna look to get caught. And now he's got a BKB too, so we've got triple BKB cores onto Vici. We'll give him a quadruple as well, because we got a refresher on 11, so quadruple BKB cores.
Not a huge amount that Quincy Crew can do for those BKBs.
No, now they've got a gem that they just purchased. DY's like, all right, they just got out onto the map. They just went for a warding expedition because he did scout them with his spirit. That gem immediately is going to take out the one obs ward that Quincy Crew did have out on the map. And for the next fight, Poyoyo has a bottle DD as well. So this one is going to look pretty hard, it feels like, for Quincy. Bottle DD, Terrorblade, double dooms. And a Roche Smoke.
They fight around the pit.
Tower is under attack.
Who do you stand the best chance of killing if you're Quincy Crew?
DY. He's really far out of position, but he's going to be sitting so far in the back. I think this is you have to bait BKBs somehow for the fight before you can look to even commit. Because now it's just like, if MSS looks to go Ravage, it's going to get triple BKB'd. It's just not easy. Just picked up, saw new item grabbed. Scotty for your war is finished, and we do have the Glypnir now.
Here we go.
For the Weaver.
Ori.
He's in.
He's trying to reach through to the back lines, LOA. The glimmer, Silence of the Gush comes out onto Ori, but he's got the Yules onto the back lines. Here we have it, Old 11 jumps in. First Doom drop down onto the Darkseer. Yoar using the song to try and get them back to safety, but in with the BKB, Poyoyo can reach it. They do get the deny off. Doesn't mean Leslow's going to be down for 50 seconds. MSS, he's not going to be quite as fortunate with his escape as Old 11 takes him out. The Remnant grabs LOA.
There's making it look easy. With such an advantage, just easy pickings. 3 heroes dead. No response from Quincy.
Oh no, 11's
They
in
still got a
Quinn.
Doom. They still have
They've
a
got
Doom.
the stomp down, Quinn's gone.
Doesn't even need it.
Dire's middle
4 heroes down, 2 with buyback. And even if they want to pop them, I don't know if they're coming back into this one as Vici Gaming. Tier 3, the rack's taken. Top lane's exposed as well. Vici Gaming can look to push on for more. 26k gold lead. It's very much going the exact same way as the last game. And there's the second Doom. Old 11's in. Catches Jawar. Jawar, he'll fall. No buyback either on him.
middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
It's most definitely. They're just not calling it just yet, probably discussing things. What went wrong?
Dire's top barracks are
As
under
Vici
attack.
continue to look
Dire's
very
top
strong.
barracks.
This game barely slipping it up. I think, what, around like the 10 to 15 minute mark, I think we had a pretty decent comeback that Quincy Crew did have after a little bit of a shaky, not using the Sonic Wave and all that. They did have a little bit of a chain sequence where they did get kills, but then the BKBs came online. Vici just purchased double BKBs. We're ready to take every single fight, and yeah. BKBs seem to be the story of the game for me. Story of the group stages a lot of the time. Besides, you know, Lycan Wolf plus Tiny. Valuable item, this Black and Bar.
They're going to go for one more shot here, Quincy Crew.
See what they can do. There's no Dooms available, so this would be their best shot. Poyo scouts them all, so now no longer for them a good opportunity to go for one play. As you watch the replay, the nice little deny. Quinn able to kill off his teammate, and Poyo just rip him to shreds.
Again, coming right out on the map here. Pushing out the mid, you are trying to get the Ags online here. So they can have some way to lock down those BKB targets. On the river, Quinn, it's stunned, and he'll go down. No chance for a blink out. They've got enough lockdown in again. Not even needing to use the Doom.
Not even.
Double Doom's going to be ready for the next move here.
Yep.
Old 11, he didn't have to put the refresher to get it. They have enough stun alone to kill off Quinn. Push down bottom. Tier 1 tower still there. More easy goal for Vici Gaming as they're going to be hitting similar numbers here in this game too.
We sure are. 40,000 gold lead, nearly 1k gold per minute lead coming out for Vici. Another shellacking, as Suns fan would say.
It certainly made it hurt for Quincy Crew twice in. This was a rough series, a painful series for Quincy.
Versus such a methodical team like Vici, it really is so painful.
What can they do?
Yeah, there's just nothing.
And that's got to be like how they felt for it's a good 20 minutes or so of this game.
Yep.
We'll try one more time then.
Can they get the combo?
Quinn, they jumped immediately. The Ravage comes out, but it's not going to catch anyone with the BKB already out. Old 11, pops the refresh. Who's got a second Doom to go? Yua's been doomed. Has to head back to the fountain. They've lost Leslau and Quinn. LOA to fall. MSS as well will die on his way back to the fountain. Ultra kill. It's there. GG's called, and again, it was nearing the 40k lead that we saw in last game. Vici Gaming taking both of these games and in complete control and complete style. There was no coming back for Quincy Crew each time. Vici Gaming, some solid wins here.
Yep.
As unfortunately for Quincy Crew, just another rough series here at TI10.
Yeah, and just really strong from drafting to itemization to just play overall. I mean, Vici just not really showing too much weakness. I think they showed maybe some slight weakness maybe in the first like 12-ish minutes, 12, 15 minutes of games. But this game, first like 8 to 10 minutes was clean. Then they made a couple slip-ups, and then it was just a complete stomp from Vici over Quincy. And yeah, it's really back to the drawing board, I think, for Quincy.
I think so, yeah. They're still struggling to find their feet. We just have that one game from them earlier today that looked solid, looked great with the Deucer and stuff. But other than that, they've had some rough ones. And yeah, these are two more rough ones to add to that list. Vici Gaming looking very clean. The series, it's all theirs. Vici Gaming taking down Quincy Crew here 2-0.